Let's talk about everything I've made so far using my Sentro knitting machine. Hi, hello, welcome. This channel has been a bit stagnant, I should say, for the last 2 years or so. I'm so sorry about that. So recently I actually got a Sentro knitting machine, as you can see behind me, for my birthday from my lovely girlfriend's parents. This machine kind of went viral like a year or two ago. Was it during COVID times, I think? So like a couple years ago, and everybody had one. I've been on annual leave recently from work. I've had 2 weeks off, which has been wonderful. And I've just been making like all the things using it. My first project on that machine was a jumper. Questionable if it's wearable, questionable if it's any good. It's definitely not any good, but it was a really good way for me to start testing out the panels and the tube setting. I have been documenting kind of like my experience so far with it on TikTok, if that's something you're interested in. It's Woolly Hearts on TikTok. So yeah, the first thing I made was a jumper. It's not great, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Turns out there's a concept which is waste yarn, which you add before and after you actually start like cranking your colours you want for your project. Waste yarn is very important, and that is something I didn't do with the jumper. So it's come out okay, and what I basically did was I used the panel set and I made 2 different panels, sewed those together, and then I made the sleeves on the tube setting. I'm not sure if that's correct, and I'm still yet to have another go at it. I just wanted to do it. I needed to get it out of my system, and it's not great. I didn't bother like sewing in any of the bits at the end. So after the jumper, I decided I'd have a go at hats, and I'm actually wearing one of the ones I made. And yeah, I never really thought I was a beanie person, but I've had it on all day and I really like it, and I can't stop making them. I've made a couple different colorways so far. And I'm just really enjoying making them, to be honest. I'm just giving them out to anybody who wants a hat at the moment that's in my life. I'm like, you have a beanie and you have a beanie. So the next thing I've made is my favorite thing so far. I literally have been wearing it every day. It's perfect now, it's called, and it's like a stripy scarf, which I did based on the Monty bag colorways that I'm obsessed with. If you don't know, they're these beautiful bags, like little side bags, and they have really great colorways, and one of them I was just obsessed with, and I was like, I'm gonna make a scarf inspired by it because I don't have a bag, but I really like the colors. And it turns out the scarf goes with everything. I'm really happy with it. It's the perfect length. Like, I really want to do like interesting colors, like interesting patterns, and I really like the stripy look. I don't know if I would do one just all one color, but yeah, that leads me on to my next thing. I was supposed to have 2 scarves, but I accidentally lost a couple stitches, and in the moment I just didn't really think, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna take this off, and I was about halfway through. I ended up sewing at one side. I had a bunch of wadding because I've done many crafts in my time, and I had loads of like toy stuffing lying around, so I filled it up and then I sewed the other end, and I've kind of made like a pillow / draft excluder, and I gave it to my dog and she absolutely loves it. I'll be inserting clips, but it's kind of like, it's just one long pillow basically, because she normally likes to lay on my crochet or knitted belongings, so this is perfect for her. But I really love the colours of like the lime green with the lilac. Like, there's such a perfect colourway. For some reason in my head it makes sense. So eventually I want to do another scarf with those colours because I was really excited about wearing it, and that's something like I'm not really sure of yet with the machine. I'm sure it's a problem that a lot of people have, is when you drop stitches, like what the hell do you do? Because when I made the other scarf, the first scarf, I dropped a couple stitches and I was so close to the end. I was like, what am I meant to do now? And I literally just sewed the hole up and just carried on, and it doesn't look perfect, but is that something like me asking a seasoned Sentro knitting machine maker, if you're watching this, is there something that can help that? Do I just have to be extra vigilant, or is there something else you can do apart from like having to take it all off and restarting again? Because that's something I'm not quite sure of yet, is when I'm dropping stitches, can anything be done? And it's probably my fault, to be honest. I'm not paying enough attention, but that's something that I'm not great with so far, because I've been crocheting for like 6 or 7 years now. I'm so used to crochet. If I make a mistake, I can see it right away and I can just undo it and redo it. But I guess maybe it's just something with time I'll get to grips with more. But yeah, that is everything I've made using my new Sentro knitting machine so far. I've really been enjoying it. For me, as like a seasoned crocheter, I'm loving the novelty of being able to just make things really quickly. And that's something that's special with like normal hand crocheting and knitting, is like it's a long process, it takes a while. And normally I'm definitely somebody who enjoys the process more than the outcome. I love spending ages making something, but it's kind of nice to switch it up and just like have something made in like half an hour, completely done, ready to go. So yeah, it's quite the novelty for me so far. I'm really enjoying it. I've definitely tried knitting before and I've just not been able to do it. So maybe it's something I'd like to get back into because I really love how it looks compared to crochet. And if you have any tips, recommendations, that would be great. I'd love some more help, please. And if there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know. If you want to stay like up to date with what I'm doing, my new crafts and everything, feel free to follow me on TikTok. I'm really active on there, and on Instagram, both at Woolly Hearts. And yeah, that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.